Hi, I think I'm live. Oh, it's not very bright in here. Hello. So I thought I would do a little live stream to celebrate the second edition of Lily the Limpet Gets Lost, because it's nice to do something. It's nice to mark the occasion. So the book, the first edition, came out in 2018. But yeah, it's the launch event for the second edition. Hopefully you can see me okay and hear me okay. And you should be able to chat as well. I've set this video as not for kids because this is a general Q&A for anybody who wants to ask any questions about the new edition and about anything to do with that. So anyway, I'm going to go through what some of the changes are, and so what's new in the new edition and why the changes were made and all that kind of stuff. And feel free to add your questions in the chat. So the original first edition I've got here, and then this is the second edition here. So let me show you some of the new things in the second edition. So the main reason why I decided to do a new edition of Lily the Limpet, I really should have come up with a book title that I can say. The main reason why I decided to do a new edition is because I wanted to have a better print quality. So I wanted to have thicker pages and a nicer finish on the pages on the inside. So this book was produced using print on demand, which is brilliant. But I wanted to be able to access some more options, basically, especially with working on Milk and Cookies and seeing what I was able to produce with that. I wanted to be able to do the same. And the thing is as well, if I have the books out at events, I want the books to be similar, have similar look and finish and feel to them and all that stuff. So I decided to work on a second edition. So the first thing to say is that the quality is higher. So the page thickness is a lot thicker. So the original was about 100 GSM. And the new one is about 170 GSM on the inside. The cover's a little bit thicker as well. So it's really hard to demonstrate without feeling it. It does feel amazing. This is the original, and this is the new one. So I hope you can see, look, it's much more sturdy and would be a lot harder for a kid to rip or anything like that. It will last a lot better. And the other thing is that in this book, these pages, the original one, the pages are matte, whereas in the new one, they have a silk finish, which I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but it looks lovely and it feels lovely. So I had to add a few pages to this book because there's a minimum number of pages. And so I thought this would be an amazing opportunity to add a few things. So I'm going to go through what those are. Now, the first thing, which I absolutely love, I added some kind of end papers. Now, this jellyfish illustration, Yevgenia, who did the artwork, she drew a little jellyfish for me amongst some other characters, which included these guys on the back. It's just some small little images. And she drew this jellyfish, and I never ended up using it in the first edition. Just couldn't find anywhere for it to go. So the jellyfish got left out. So when I produced this, I decided that the jellyfish would actually be the character that's in the book the most. So I really love that. So we have a whole page of jellyfish at the front and at the back, which is super cute. So that's the first new thing. Then the story is the same illustrations. There's a couple of little tweaks. To give you an example, the original town was called Little Town. I had no idea, but Little Town is actually a real place. Who knew? So I didn't want to have the book being a real place. It needed to be fictional. So it's Sunny Town in the new one. So there's like a couple of tiny little tweaks in the new edition, but you know, nothing particularly noticeable, just minor things. And then in the back, I love these pages. So I've got a Meet the Creatures. So I often get asked when I do events or when people bought the book, I do get asked quite a lot about what some of the creatures are. So I thought I would add that in the back. So we've got Meet the Creatures. This is probably back to front. So and then I added a little fact page about limpets. So I put some photographs I've taken over the years, and then just some information about limpets in there. And I added our bios. We never had our biographies in the original, so those are in there with photographs of me and Yevgenia, and just a little thank you page. And then at the back, it's the happy Lily. So it's got a few extra pages, which I think are really, really lovely. It must be an extra, perhaps 8 pages, something like that. So it has a little bit of extra information, extra content in there. And then really the only other change is that the new one has a different font for the titles, because over the years, it came out in 2018. I really went off this font. I really didn't like it. So changed it for this one, which actually makes it really easy for me to see which one is which. So that's kind of cool. So those are all of the changes in the new edition of Lily the Limpet Gets Lost. And I think it just makes this book a little bit more special, a higher quality. It's just a really nice looking book and has some lovely extra bits of information in there. So yeah, that's all the new stuff. Do feel free to stick any questions that you have in the comments, and I'll answer them as I go. I hope you can see me and hear me okay as well. So to add to that then, so this new edition has come out today. There will be a hardback coming in the next few weeks, but obviously I've been really busy with all the things to do with Milk and Cookies. I would have liked them to have come out together, but things don't necessarily go to plan. So there will be a hardback coming. The hardback at the moment is still of the first edition, and I will also update the ebook as well. Now, at the moment, this book is only available on my website. I'm in the process of getting it sorted out on Amazon. So at the moment, if you bought the book on Amazon, it would still be the first edition. And it has shown up on Waterstones. So hopefully, if you ordered this book on Waterstones, that should all work. I haven't seen it elsewhere, but it probably has popped up in a few other places. But if you look for the new font on the front cover, then it's that particular edition. But at the moment, the easiest way to get hold of it, where you'll definitely get the second edition, is through my website. And if you buy books through my website, I always sign them and I'll stick a little bookmark in there. So if you're interested, then that is the best place at the moment to get hold of a copy. Alternatively, I'm doing a couple of events this weekend. So on Saturday, I am going to be at Hythe Live, it's like, so I've been to these Hythe festivals before. In the past, they've been more kind of food and drink festivals. The one this weekend is more about sort of the arts and culture. And so there will be the kind of the craft stalls and the food and drink and all that, like there's been in the past. But there will also be a big focus on, they've got things like comedy and just more sort of arts stuff. There's an author tent, and there has been in the past events at Hythe, but this will be sort of a bigger and better thing, and there will be author reading. So I'm actually doing a children's story time at 11:30 on Saturday. So if you've got little ones and you want to bring them along to Hythe, that would be lovely. So you can get hold of a copy there, or just come and say hi. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be at the Folkestone Harbour Arm Market. So the thing in Hythe, that's on all day. I think it's from 9 till 7, I think. Whereas the Harbour Arm Market, I think that's 10 till 4. I will be putting all this on my Facebook. If I've got those times wrong, it's somewhere around there. So yeah, I will be on the Harbour Arm if anybody wants to come by and grab a copy or have a chat. But yeah, otherwise, as I say, the best place to get books is on my website. I don't charge postage on my website. And the other thing to say is, if you're abroad, then you can order through my website, but just send me an email and I will sort out postage, because obviously, although I do free UK postage elsewhere, it's a little bit more pricey. So get in touch and I will sort something out if that's what you would like to do. So yeah, it's going to be a really, really busy weekend. I've got the release of Milk and Cookies coming up next week. and I've been packaging up all the Kickstarter rewards for that. So things have been really busy, and they'll carry on being really busy. And yeah, making sure that all the distribution of the book is sorted out, and arranging the hardback, and lots of things going on. So it's nice. It's nice to be busy, I've got to say. Although my youngest, who's she's just started school, typically she's literally only started full-time school this week. So all this time when I've been super busy up till now, she's been part-time. So it's only this week when she's in all day, all my kids are at school, and I can actually kind of get my head down and work. So yeah, a little bit of a new experience, I guess, actually being able to get on and work uninterrupted and sort of plan things out. It's a whole new experience. So yeah, as I say, next week I've got Milk and Cookies coming out, and then a whole load more exciting stuff after that. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's much more to say, really. As I say, if anyone's got any questions about the new book or what I do, publishing books myself and all of that stuff, then do feel free to drop them into the comments before I disappear. But yeah, it's really exciting to have a new version of this book. It looks really, really lovely. I'm really pleased with it. Yeah. It's nice to just have, it just feels really premium, and really lovely. And when you pick up a children's book and it's just like a real work of art, it kind of feels like that. So it's really nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to get out this weekend and sell some copies. So yeah, super exciting. I think I am going to dash off there. My husband is going to be doing an online thing in a bit, so I don't have masses of time, and I've got to go and take over with the kids. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you all about the new book and share the excitement that it's out there. Thank you, Karina. Thank you. I'm really pleased with how they came out. Yeah, it's really exciting, and it's really nice, like I said, to actually mark the occasion in some way. So I just wanted to do a little live and come on and kind of say, it's a thing, I did a thing. So yeah, thank you very much. I am going to go and disappear off and take over with the kids. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you soon. Take care.